All right, there's the handsome man himself. Well, you know what we're going to talk about. Now, look, he's a grown man in his 60s. I remember the Dukes of Hazzard when I was a kid. It's one of the first like reruns I could remember, along with Mork and Mindy and Angie and Archie Bunker's Place. A lot of reruns on television. Okay, we had 70s and 80s shows on TV, kids. We didn't have. There were very far few in between cable shows. We didn't have digital shows. We didn't have YouTube. We had none of that stuff. We had to rely on sitcoms and things. I Love Lucy might still be on network television reruns. I'm not sure yet. Now, this is him trying to, the rumors of his death, because I don't know what somebody spread a rumor about him being dead. But anyway, I think people want him dead after he made a tweet um, against our great Joe Biden. Now, look, would I have made the tweet that he had made? Probably not. I can't be asked to make a tweet like that. Um, so the FBI supposedly came to his house. He deleted the tweet. Something about for what he did, for what Hunter Biden did with a laptop, committing treason. You know, all I could say is that, yeah, if Joe Biden was a horse thief in the old West, what do they do to the horse thieves? That's my that's my complimentary remark to that. So yeah, John Schneider, I do agree. Yeah, I mean, what do they do to horse thieves, right? Right. So look, he's a grown man, and he could write whatever he wants to write. And people on Twitter point this out. Kathy Griffin with the head of lettuce in her hand. It's not a head of lettuce. She made those remarks. She apologized and cried later about it, and then she backpedaled and said, "No, I'm glad I said that stuff." I'm like, Madonna, Johnny Depp threatened to. It would be a shame if something were to happen to the White House. Wink, wink, and nothing happened to them. Okay, Vijaya, flicked her bean about Johnny Depp and Madonna. I'm sure Jack Dorsey had a good old time whacking off to that. But when you make threats against Biden, well, that's not okay. So obviously, this is the petty drama. Now I'm going to title this petty drama because it is petty drama. It's nothing. Um, you know, John Schneider's gone through a lot. I mean, he's known for two things. Okay, the Dukes of Hazzard, which was part of all the reruns I used to watch on TV, and Smallville. Uh, the Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know if Warner Brothers has completely disowned them, but I would say that they have uh, not put it out there as much. With the General Lee, the car, and the horn, and da 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 da. And the racist overtones and stuff. I mean, if you were to describe the Dukes of Hazzard to a 20-year-old today, they'd be like, "Oh my God, what the? Why would they allow that?" Like, but that was a different show. Um, when I watched the Dukes of Hazzard at 5, 6, 7 years old, I just thought of car chases. The dumbest car chase edits you ever saw. Like, you would see the General Lee go one way, and the camera is still on the same perspective, and then would see the sheriff go after him, and Boss Hogg, right? Boss Hogg and the sheriff would go, "Chase no Dukes," right? That's what they would do, and it was just a simple storytelling. Okay, so the Confederate flag, the General Lee, they had to like disown the show. I don't know if it's in public domain. I don't know what they're gonna do with all that stuff. In the end, they own it. Warner Brothers owns it. So you know, it was a show that had some racist themes, but really didn't have that kind of impression. I don't think any child, I don't care what any woke person tells you, I don't think any child had any feelings of hating black people as a result of watching the Dukes of Hazzard. All I thought about was car chases and Boss Hogg and the sheriff's car and the General Lee getting away and doing these long jumps off the cliffs and shit. That's all I saw was dumb car stunt chases. That was me at 5 or 6 or 7. Okay. And when I watched Smallville many years later, I thought he did a great job. And I think they tried to emulate that same feeling of Jonathan Kent in Kevin Costner in Man of Steel. And even when I saw recently John Schneider, one of the Talkville podcasts, he looked like Glenn Ford from the Superman movie. He had that same look. It was kind of funny. So yeah, rumors of his death was exaggerated. He's fine. Look, there are different ways to call out Joe Biden. How about the cages where they imprison my counterparts, teenage boys, underage boys from Mexico, put in cages? Okay, I mean we cannot promote illegal immigration; it's illegal. But the shitty ways that they handle things at the borders, the sex trafficking, kids in cages. Um, I mean, Elon Musk is the only one who gives a shit. Where AOC doesn't even care. She doesn't even care. AOC, a Latina, doesn't even give a shit to go to the borders and help solve these problems. You got Nancy Pelosi with her corrupt, what is it, her insider trading. You got her corrupt nephew, our governor, Gavin Newsom. So, you know, in a way, the tweet was not worth it. Um, it's just that I think the problem is that some people go about it the wrong way or try to fill the narrative. See, only Trump supporters make death threats, not Biden supporters. Yeah. What were the other what was Madonna doing, right? What were other people? What was Kathy Griffin doing, right? So again, it's tit for tat. Um, we're going to find out what's going to happen with the caucuses next year. We're going to find out what's going to happen with rewriting the rules. We'll see shutdowns of voting booths so people can't vote for Trump or do anything, or your absentee ballot got lost in the mail. I'm not voting for anybody. That way they can't say I didn't vote for them. I'm not voting for corruption. And I don't want to see an absolution of Republican values. I don't want to see the Bush family come back into power. I don't want to see any Republican force to be absolute come back into power. And I don't want to see the Democrats have full power like they've been trying to do the last few years. If you want to see an improvement in jobs and reform, in police reform, in gun control, you got to hire the right people, the people that are not super popular. Okay. You got to look at every politician who doesn't have enough money to make a full bloody campaign, because sometimes some of those people have to do other things. So they spend more money on taking care of themselves and their family than how much money they spend on campaign ads. Um, are there people better than Trump? Probably so. But look what's happening now. Everybody's reacting and feeling. So no, don't punish John Snyder. Don't punish anybody. Let's just move on and let's just keep an eye out for bullshit like we always do.